We've all been there. You are at an industry event or a college event or a meetup with anyone or a workshop or a seminar or whatever it is. And we go with this endless loop of having a conversation where we have to talk like, what do you do? Or where are you from? Nice weather today. And it is an endless loop. After a minute or so, you both are running out of conversations and you both are awkwardly silent, or maybe you're just talking about anything that is coming to your mind. So, how to get out of the cycle and make a memorable connection? Today, in this video, I'm going to talk about 3 advanced tips that actually help me to improve my networking skills and that actually help me to come out of my this awkwardly conversations that I used to have. And these are the things that actually were a game changer for me. So, without a further ado, let's jump into it. So the first thing is go with a learner's mindset, which means a lot of students you must have seen when some CEO or some other company's good manager or someone has came for a guest lecture in your college or your event is there and someone big is there. So everybody is trying to get their attention. They try to speak about things. They try to go and approach themselves and they talk about a lot of different things. But that is not actually going to work. How you can actually impress them is by showing that you're here to learn and you are curious instead of being a desperate person in a need of internship or a job. So when they're having their session, they're giving the seminars or webinars or whatever it is, and when they're speaking about it, listen curiously and try to understand that what they're trying to say. And once they're done, ask the questions, because follow-up questions are something that actually makes you stand out from the public. So what you can do is ask the question about what they explain. Just try to understand what challenges their companies or industries is facing or whatever that is going currently in the market and how it is actually impacting their industry or their company. Just try to have the open mind and just try to be there for learning and not for a desperate job need. This will portray that you are actually curious the whole session. You listen everything and now you're asking questions. That means that you're genuinely interested, and this will actually help you to stand out from the public again, because this way the CEO or whatever or whosoever is giving the presentation, they will focus on you and they'll think that this person was actually very much interested and he was the one who was actually listening to me. And maybe then this will help you to exchange their IDs, the LinkedIn or the numbers or whatever it is. Maybe then you can have a deeper connection with the person you're trying to deal with. So the second most important tip is to have a courageous approach. Well, a lot of times when you are entering a seminar or a webinar or a workshop, you must have seen that a lot of groups are already there. People are talking in groups, they are sitting in groups. So what you have to do is you have to approach them. Well, that is the most intimidating part of approaching towards them, because the fear of rejection is real. So the key is to have a simple script and a strong mindset. So what you can do is just approach to a group and have your 2-3 lines ready. For me, what I usually do is I go and I ask, is it okay if I join? Because I'm still new and I'm still figuring out that how to deal with all of these things. 9 out of 10 times, people are very welcoming towards me. They immediately include me into their groups. But what if they say no? What if they say it's a private conversation? Well, it's okay. First of all, that is very rare. And secondly, just smile and say, oh, no worries, it's okay. Just move on. And the group that you just asked, they will immediately forget about it. Just after 5 minutes, they'll forget what just happened. So you don't have to worry about being embarrassed or being just approachable towards people. So the third step is the Ford method. I call it the Ford method because it has FORD, which I'll describe further. So once you have entered into the group of people and now you're networking, you're asking questions about what they do or what things they have done or whatever they are doing. So you have to keep 4 things in your mind. First is F, which is family. Second is O, which is your occupation. Third is recreation, which is R. And last but not the least, D, it stands for dreams. So you have to ask questions related to these 4 things apart from the professional life. So for example, if you go and ask someone, do you like trekking? It is very out of the blue question because you're there for a professional meetup. But if you are comfortable enough with a person and you just ask a simple question like, do you go for trekking or do you like trekking? They immediately lit up because they have something relatable. And just listen to them when they're talking and try to have a conversation about that thing, and then maybe you can go deeper to that. Ask about their family as in just don't ask very personal questions. Family as in you can tell what your father do and how he inspired you to be into something like that. Or maybe then he can start something about that as well. Or maybe you can also talk about someone's dreams. For example, you meet a manager or a CEO and she talks about opening her own cafe someday. So this is something that she dreams about, and maybe then you can start talking about it. So this is something that you can actually do. So these 3 steps were something that actually helped me to approach to people, because This is something that actually helped me to get prepared for what is coming ahead of me. So that's the roadmap, guys. For me, these three things were a game changer while networking, because first, I always went with a curious mind instead of being a desperate person. Second, I went with a mindset of being included in a group. Even though they are not interested, I just moved on. I had a strong mindset towards everything. I was not affected or sad because of the rejection, first of all. And last but not the least, I followed the FORD rule, which is FORD: family, occupation, education, and dream. This actually helped me to go in a direction the conversation is going, and this actually helped me to hold the conversation so that I can actually drive that conversation in a direction, if you get what I'm trying to say. If you know these four rules for RD, you can actually drive the conversation in your own way. You can start talking about things, and then maybe you can take the conversation towards the way that you like, towards the way that you're comfortable. These things show that you are here to talk and you're curious and you're someone they can approach to. You're good at communication and you're good at building network. And this way, you will also make a memorable experience for the others as well, because when they are meeting you, they are having a genuine connection with you instead of seeing someone who is just desperately there to talk. So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope these small things will help you to get even better at the networking game in your college life or in your normal life. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel and do support me, guys. I hope you do amazing in your life. I hope you achieve all the dreams that you have. Just keep learning, keep hustling, and do your best. So all the best. Bye bye. See you in the next one.